I'm jumping off, is this a needed suicide? I hope my parachute don't let me down. I hope I get to fly. I don't know why I feel like I gotta die to be alive. I don't know why it feel like people are standing still with no desire. I'm on a wire, wobbling back and forth, the balance clown. I won't be happy if I'm not moving forward, then send me down. My vibration for eternity will continue to come around. So I gotta do this right, I gotta live, I gotta.
What's going on, everybody? Lockoutmen back again with another one for you guys. How y'all feel tonight? I hope you guys feel okay. I am doing great. I mean, this new company that I'm working out with, still, it's still some, squeaks here and there. But so far, so good. I just want to stand back for a little bit and tell you guys, still, if you get with a new company, still don't get comfortable with them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get comfortable with them yet. I'm just, it's like a marriage, like a honeymoon. Y'all still trying to feel each other out, and I really don't think even during the 90-day period or something like that. It's like you still don't even get a feel for the company because within the 90 days, I call it the kiss ass period. Now, my man right here may say something different about, how the 90-day period goes, but this is how I feel about it. Like in the 90-day period, the kiss ass period is like, okay, the company is kissing your ass to get along with, and you kissing that company's ass to get along with. After the 90 days, then you can start asserting your prowess with that company, like, hey, I need this time off, or hey, I don't want to do this, or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? So just within the 90 days, but before you even get too comfortable, I say give it about a year. At least a year, then you'll know how that company's treating you. You'll know how how that company treating you, how you treating the company, and how you going to go forward with said company. With that said, welcome back to the Lockoutmen podcast show. I really do appreciate you guys being here. This is where we come and park and politic, and we park and politic with all our guests. Tonight's guest is my man, Criss Davis.
Thank you.
Criss, man, first thing first, I really do appreciate you taking the time and coming on to the show and talking with us tonight, man. I really do appreciate it. You was about to get into a story, and I stopped you short of going into it. But right now, give us a background. Let's get into that story that you was about to get into.
Okay. As we were discussing earlier, you asked me about the middle name.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's not the middle name, it's my wife's name. Because everything I do with her because she really changed my life. Because when I met her, I was out in them streets and I was doing other things. And I was a single father with my youngest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So when I changed my life around, she was there. She's been that person that was there through that good time, and there was a bad time because I was about to go away, and she took care of my daughter when I got situated. And anything I do, I try to include her in it. Anything I do, I try to include God in. So
now I'm about to say this must be a strong woman to come in and step into the place of taking care of your kid or somebody else's kid. I mean, that's a strong woman to do that. Not too many women will do that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how strong she is. As truck drivers, we got that stigma on us. Me and her went through some problems about 2 years ago. I had an outside child. We worked it out, talked about it. She's still with me today. She accepts my son as her son. We take care of him. He's with us Every time I come home, he's with us for a week at a time. So yeah, I got a strong woman. Her faith in Christ is stronger than mine. So I need her.
Now let me ask you this, my G. You said that you had an out, had an out. Was y'all together at that time? Or you
We were together, but I seen something, as a truck driver, professional driver, I seen something that she did and I took it the wrong way. Because being a man, I think different. I told him, I'm different. We bred different. You're a woman. You're emotional. I'm territorial. And I seen something she did, and I asked her about it every day on that same day for a year. And she stuck to her story. And I felt like she was lying to me. So I kind of got pissed off, went out, blah, blah, blah. And that's the result that came out of it. But she's still with me to the day.
I got you, man. It's just sometimes it's better, I was watching this YouTuber that I am subscribed to because I am I am just enthralled with his style and everything. His name is Kevin Samuels. And this dude, man, this dude is on point with a whole lot of his theories about women. But it was a situation that a woman came on to his show, and I believe she was married, but she was telling him that she wanted to get a divorce. And she's like what, 35 or something like that. She has a kid, but she wanted to get a divorce from her husband because it wasn't a good reason why she gave him that. And he just pretty much told her, like, yo, just go back to your husband and see if you guys could work it out, because it ain't nothing out here. You're in your 30s and you over here call yourself looking for a high value man, but you're not a high value woman because you already got a kid, by somebody else. So that high value man ain't gonna want to come in and put up with the baby's father. You see what I'm saying? Some of them do, some of them don't. But yeah, man, it's probably just it's just sometimes in some situations that it probably might just better for us, like for us men to be like, look, let's see if we can make this work. Because what I'm looking for is not out here, and it's the best. So, wow, that's a great story, and shout out to your wife, man. Your wife, right? I am saying your wife, right?
My wife.
Yeah, yeah. Shout
out. Love her to death.
Yeah, shout out to your wife, man. All right, so this is life before trucking, bro. So what you was doing before you got into trucking? I know you say you was running them streets, but I'm sure you wasn't running them streets all the way through. There was a couple of jobs along the way.
Out of high school, I went to the Navy. I was an honor guard for President Bush and Clinton. Came home, tried to get aviation machinist mate while I was in the Navy. Came home, tried to get a job at the airport in Wilmington, North Carolina. Couldn't get a job, told I was overqualified. Started working with my uncle, doing some brick mason work. Then my cousins came to me and we started ripping and running them streets. After years doing that, met my wife. She's from Atlanta. She was in North Carolina taking care of her grandmother. We hit it off. I was trying to change my life because I was a single father with a 3-year-old daughter. We moved to Atlanta probably about 2 years after we met because her father had cancer all through the body. While I was there, worked security jobs, went to barber school, was a barber for 8 years down there. Then when that little depression hit, it was like, okay, you got to find something else to do because that barbershop money ain't hitting no more. I always knew how to drive trucks.
Now everybody, now where I'm from, everybody and their mama is jumping into the barbershop gig. How what? I mean, you spent 8 years doing it, but what happened that caused the slowdown? Did you? Well, let me ask you this: did you own the shop yourself, or you was just leased on with somebody, buying leasing the chair out?
I was renting the chair. I mean, if you go to Atlanta and Chicago and Detroit, those are the major markets for cosmetologists and barbers.
Okay.
You go to Atlanta, when you hear people talking about they getting $100 lineups in Atlanta, that's true. They, it's a lot of barbers in Atlanta, and there's a lot of money to be made because Atlanta and Metro Atlanta, people got to drive come from out of like Gainesville and Athens and all that. They want to go to a black barber, they got to go into the metro part of Atlanta. But then when the black barber started going out to the suburbs, your money increased.
Okay.
$50 haircuts, $70 haircuts, stuff like that. So that's how it was. And I guess being in Atlanta, being a metro city, we started living, our eyes got bigger than our stomachs.
Okay.
So, that little depression hit for them that year and a half, which is going to hit every 7 to 8 years anyway.
Now you talking about the depression. You talking about what happened last year?
That really wasn't no depression. That right there was a stumbling block for the pandemic. I'm talking about what was that? 2008, 2009, when the housing market and all that crashed.
That affected you guys?
Yeah. That affected. It just didn't affect this area. It affected everybody. The movie market, Tyler Perry, he was just bubbling then. It didn't go up until later on.
But I'm tripping. Like I'm talking about. I mean, it hit the barbershops like that.
Yeah, because you used to getting $50 for a haircut,
right?
And somebody come in, the person come in every week and get $50 for a haircut, and all they want is a lineup every week. And they ain't up for $15, and you done set yourself up like, okay, I'm living like this. 4-bedroom house, you got a car, your wife got a car, your 2 teenage kids got a car. You got to make them notes. Somebody got to give up, and I gave up. I gave up on my stuff. I started getting on a martyr. It's smarter to ride martyr.
Oh, okay. I got you. I didn't. Man, I didn't see that one. I mean, wow, I didn't know that the housing boom had an effect on cosmetology or barbers in particular. Because I got my barber, he's sweet. I mean, we every Saturday this dude got heads that start. I mean, he comes in at 8. He comes in at 8. Shit, we got dudes outside at 6 o'clock, bro. That's how good this dude is. I mean, if you're not the only downsides to my guy is if you're not the first in the seat, then yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's definitely gonna be a while. So I started making appointments with him. That's how much he came to a point with him. Actually, now I think majority of his work is nothing but appointments. He don't even do walk-ins no more. Because he got, he made himself, that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we started doing. You missed that appointment. It was a $10 upcharge to come back in.
And I couldn't afford that. He already taxed me $35 for the appointment, so I know I can't flip. I know I gotta be there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my wife call.
All right, man. So you said you was in the service and you got the you got the honor guard from Bush and Clinton themselves, and when you came out of the service, you couldn't get jobs because you was overqualified. I don't get that.
I was over. Well, it's like my uncle told me. I went to the airport in Wilmington. Because I went to A school and worked on turboprop jet engines. So I said, when I come home, I go work at the airport. Do 20 years working at the airport, I retired. I went there, did the interview and everything. A week later, man called me back and told me I was overqualified.
Even if you, even after you told him that you was in the Navy for X amount of years.
Well, I live outside of Wilmington, North Carolina. I live that Bible Belt. My overqualification was my skin tone.
Gotcha. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
I ain't gonna give nobody no free publicity, but I'm just letting you know it's my skin tone.
I got you. I got you. All right, man. So what with all that stuff that was going on with you, what made you get into trucks?
My dad drove trucks after he got out of the Marines. And I tried to avoid everything my dad did. He went to the Marines, I went to the Navy. So I always knew how to drive trucks. I just had to go to school for it. I went to school. My aunt got me a grant from the state because she worked for the state. Got me a grant. I went to truck driving school. Got my permit. Signed on with a company, Central Refrigerator, which is no longer with us. They were brought out by another company. I'm not going to give them no publicity. And I drove for them.
Starts with an S, right?
Yeah. It starts with an S and ends with a T, but I ain't going to put the other two letters. But I drove for them. And I've been driving ever since. I remember first going out there, my wife had to call me and ask me, was I coming home? I've been gone 3 months.
I think, when I got into the game, man, that's how I was. I mean, I was out with US Express for like 6 months at a time, bro. It was ridiculous. I mean, I was concentrating on getting my experience pretty much. But you said that you was doing like 3-4 months at a time. How did your wife feel about you doing, about you being away so long?
And she, to this day, she still called me and asked me, tell me, hey, can you come home? Can you come home? You've been gone a long time. But like I said, when I first started, I was gone 3 months, didn't even realize I was gone. Because I looked at it like I'm traveling and going places I thought I'd never go, and I'm getting paid for it. And I stayed on that 80 and 90 corridor, east to west, east to west. And the money was there. I seen the money. My kids were comfortable. They were getting everything they wanted to get. And in the beginning, that's what made me happy, because I moved them up. I put them back where they was, and they were getting what they wanted. My girls were getting what they wanted. My wife was getting what she wanted. I was getting what I wanted, because I try to tell them, as long as I'm coming home, I got a roof on my head, food in my refrigerator, drinks, cigars, I'm good.
All
This
right.
is a luxury for me.
All right. So 12 years in the game, 6 of which you're a 1099 contractor. Tell us about the time when you decided to stop being a company driver and you decided to go 1099.
I decided to go and be contract 1099 leasing trucks when I realized I was making money as a solo driver and as an instructor. But then when I met a guy, and he was an instructor, and he had paid off his truck, and he was 1099 with a company, and I seen the difference in the monies. And that's when I was chasing that bag then. Now I don't chase the bag. I'm securing my bag because I'm trying to make sure my son and my grandson have what they need. And that made a
Generational
good,
wealth.
I couldn't hear when you said,
I said generational wealth, right?
well, yeah, generational wealth. Some people say I use an analogy like if you got a female and she got 8 kids, she got a residual income every month for 8 kids for 18 years.
Mm.
So I put my money away. But yeah, when I seen this guy, and he didn't look like no truck driver. He was slacks, button up shirt, dress shoes, but his dress shoes were hard bottom, steel toe. And he showed me what he made. And this was an older black guy, and never seen him again. He showed me what he made as a contractor, owning his truck. I was like, man, there's that money out here for it. He's like, yeah, there's money out here.
Now, a lot of people have different feelings when it comes to lease. I had my feelings at one point, but I came to understand what leasing entails now. And I don't tell people no more that they shouldn't do lease. The way I do it now is like, if you're the type of person that's coming out here to get this money and you want it fast, then leasing is the way to go. Would I be wrong in saying that?
No, you won't be wrong in saying that because everybody got to find their niche and what they want to do. Some people are going to be happy with making $1,200 gross and taking home $889 or $917 a week. Some people are going to want that $1,200 to $1,500. It all depends on what lease you're going to have. Everybody got to find their niche. It's not fast money because you got to work for it. And if you don't get out here and try to secure that bag and hustle, then guess what? You're not going to make no money. You're going to make that company money. You're going to pay their bills. You got to make sure you're making money.
Are now the truck? Is the truck yours? Or
no? This is going to be this is my last time I'm going to lease a truck because I'm trying to get my capital back up. Right now, I'm in a transition like you. I've come over here. I'm in Coleman, Alabama at R.E. Garrison. And I'm getting 72% of the load, the line haul for the week, because they pay for everything, my tags and all that stuff. I'm getting 72%, but I put 8% away in a maintenance account, so I'm really getting 66%.
So is this particular lease that you're doing right now, is that lease purchase, or is this just a lease on to help you secure your
it's lease purchase. I got a balloon payment at the end after 3 years. Now I tell you one thing I don't do. I'm not leasing no brand new truck.
Why?
They're gonna have kinks in it. It's got a warranty. I'm gonna get a truck that's like them guys this yesterday. They all ran out there to the 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Them payments is $1,095 a week. Me, let me get this old 2019 right here that got 125,000 miles on it, paying $755 a week. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what my price point is that I want my truck to generate. So I still got a warranty on it. Now, that warranty is 5 years, 500,000 miles.
Okay.
I still got a warranty. They got a brand new one. They got a warranty, but they're going to have electrical problems. Something's going to happen. My kinks already been worked out, or they're getting worked out.
All right. So being a 1099 contractor, man, and you've been doing this for 6 years, of course, there's no benefits like dental, health health or anything like that. For that, by the way, let me see if I can find that. Give me a second. Let's see. Here it is. Nope. Uh, Here it is. All right. Uh, so I'm not sure if you have got insurance like health insurance, dental, vision, and all like that. I'm not sure if you have that already, but if you don't, my guy JC Dismook, I just talked to him yesterday. He's an insurance agent. I will go ahead and send this over to you via text.
All right.
Give him a call. Look him up, and he could probably give you a good deal on health insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Definitely look him up. I talked to him. Yesterday, so that interview will be coming out very shortly. But for you guys that's doing 1099 and company drivers that don't want to get health insurance through the company, the name of the company is U.S. Health or U.S. Health. I'm not sure, but I sent you the link to them, and you can look them up and talk to them and all like that. So give them a call. I could give you his phone number as well. So give him a call, and he could probably set something up with you. All right. So
Yeah, I got that. But to go along with that, being a 1099 contractor, if you got a spouse, y'all married, and they got a job and they got health insurance, health benefits, that's good also. But my wife, she does cover all the insurance on me, her, our 3 grown daughters, and even my son.
Okay.
And we've got a bank account set up that every week I put X amount of dollars in that account. And every 2 weeks when she gets paid, she puts X amount of dollars in that account. And when our kids get paid, they put X amount of dollars in that account. So if anybody has something to go to the hospital for a medical reason, that money's already sitting there. We can't touch it unless it's for a medical reason.
There you go. That's how you set it up. I like that. I like that idea, man. So being a 1099 contractor for 6 years, man, and you've been driving for 12, we want to stay on the line of 1099 because a lot of drivers, out here that's coming out here that's jumping into lease, a lot of them is getting like some BS information as far as what 1099 and what leasing entails. You've been doing it for 6 years, man. So you're with a new company that's giving you 70%. Is it?
It's 72%, but of the line haul every week, then I take 8% of that 72. So I'm getting, what's that, 64% that I generally got for myself, because 8% is going to my maintenance.
All right. So 72%. Let me ask you this question. Now, when a person comes on to do leasing, is it better to go percentage or to go miles?
Percentage.
Why?
Percentage, because you're going to leave, if you go on CPM or dollar per mile, you're leaving money on the table. So put it like this right here. Say the load pays $5,000.
Okay.
And even as a company, from a company perspective, at $5,000, and you're getting, because that's all I was charging the last company. I was charging as a company driver 27%. My check for that load should have been $13.75.
Okay.
But you're leaving, when you're doing miles, you don't know what company's getting paid. They're paying you, say, 50 cents a mile. You run 3,000 miles and your check is
about
$1,686.
Yeah.
Okay, but I might have ran 1,000 miles, but the load paid $5,000. and I got the percentage at 27%, I made $240 less than you did, and you ran twice as hard as I did. It's always better to go percentage.
All right, all right. So when you do look for companies, when you was looking for companies to drive for, which was the companies that you have driven for, and you did contract with them? Why you're no longer with them?
Well, one company is out of business, and that mom and pops. The second company, I brokered and dispatched my own loads, and then I started noticing brokers were telling me I can't dispatch you no more or give you any more loads. So I called SafeServe, which is part of the FMSCA, and found out this woman's CSA score, she was 7 points from getting shut down. So I knew I had to go.
Okay.
Some companies that I contracted to, I went over there as a team. Team drivers, it don't work out. If somebody don't want to drive at nighttime, I don't care. I get up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Somebody want to go home this time. Somebody worrying about Jody or Jodeci being with their girl. I don't have time for that.
I always say team driving, both of you guys got to be compatible. Y'all both got to have the same drive, the same ambition, the same motives as far as getting out here making this money, man. One person can't, I want to go home every 2 weeks. I don't want to drive this hours. I'm tired, or I got to stop every 2 hours. It don't work. It don't work.
It don't.
That's why I always say, if you're going to team drive with somebody, it's better to team drive with somebody you know. Now,
no, that's not true.
Okay. Get me right now. Get me right.
That's not true, because like my little brother, we're not blood brothers, but he's like my little brother. He was under my wing for years, and he called me every day. And we talking about trucking and all this other stuff. So, hey, we're going to go team drive. We're going to do east-west. It don't work out. He don't want to drive at nighttime. He got to go home. But he always want to get money. He going out buying this motorcycle, this car. Man, we're not getting no money. I'm not making no money. Because you want to go home. You want to do this. Man, I say if you're going to team drive, it's better to go ahead and get your wife her CDL. You know what I'm saying? Get the person that's closest to you, that you live with anyway, and y'all, that way the money's going in one account, y'all working together. Not somebody that's compatible, because friendships can be broken up because, dude, you out here ripping and running. Your partner, he ripping and running with you. He come back and say something, tell something on you or whatever. The one you live with, the one you sleep with, get them their CDLs, and y'all go out there together, and that money coming in that same account. Y'all ain't got no complaints.
All right. So same thing with team driving. Is you can equate that with being a lease driver. You got to come out here and go grind. You can't just stop and go home every week, right? I mean, your truck payment comes out every week, right?
True indeed.
So with the truck payments that comes out every week, Chris, how do you, like, let's say, how do you do it? Like, how do you do your home time?
I do my home time. I'm either going to run 21 days out, 3 days home, or I'm going to do 24 and 4.
Okay.
Like, I'm in this transition now. I know next weekend is Easter weekend. So when I leave out tomorrow, I'm going to run as hard as I can all week. Because, when when you start a new company, you transition orientation, you got to count them hours you in class, go against your 70. So I'm gonna run the next 4 or 5 days hard as I can, run off some recaps, then go to the house.
All right. Tell me, what's the hardest part about being a lease driver? 1099.
The hardest thing about being a lease driver 1099, when you get dispatch, your dispatcher don't understand. You got to send me into the right market. Because see, a lot of people think it's a slow season. There's never a slow season. I'm in refrigeration now. I've been in refrigeration running reefers for a while. There's never a slow time for reefers. That DM got to understand, you're just the middleman between me and the planet. I build a rapport with you so I can build a rapport with the planet. So if something falters between me and you, I'm going straight to the planet. Because they got a map. They see every day where the lows are. The hardest thing in trucking 1099 is your rapport with your DM.
Now, I always say a DM. I always say the DM is definitely that you need to get a rapport with, not just 1099 driver, company driver as well. If you don't have that, if you don't have that rapport with your driver, your time with the company is not going to be. It's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the best. Now, let me ask you this. The companies that you have driven for, being a 1099 driver, were you able to, book your own loads? And if so, how did you go about doing that?
The last company, I was able to book my own load. The previous companies, it was like they would send you 3 loads at a time, and you can choose those out of those loads, which one's going to be more beneficial for you. Now I had one company that we weren't going to speak about earlier. I built a rapport with a planner. If I would go out west, make sure I got a good load back, I might have got her some flowers or some candy or something nice when I came back. Brought her lunch or something. Just a little exchange plan to make sure I stay in a certain lane with them. Like I say, they got that map. They can see where the lows at, where it's hot at, where it's slow at. I got to go where the hot lows at. Because when them lows is hot, they hot for a week. No more than 2 weeks. So let me get that lane.
Okay. Now, is it better to book your own loads, or is it better to have a dispatcher do it?
I think it's better to book your own loads, because dispatchers, they got 10 to 15 people they got to try to worry about when you can look out for your own self.
Now, the company that you're going with, are you able to dispatch your own loads or no?
No, one thing, like I said, they give you over here also, they got a little load board. They shoot you 3 loads at a time. You choose out of those loads.
All right. How did you feel? How did you feel when it became the time for you to switch over? Like, what was the feeling? What was you going through when you just finally decided to come and do 1099?
It was a money thing for me. Like I said, I wanted more. I've always wanted more. I've never been to a place to settle for something. I always wanted more. So I knew when I seen this older black gentleman, the way he carried himself, and when he showed me on his Qualcomm, showed me his pay stub and showed me what he was getting for, I said, "Hey, that's your week." He said, "Nah, that's this load right here." I said, "Man, I didn't realize there was money out here like that." He said, "There's money out here." but you're just settling for what you see. If I didn't show you, or if you didn't intervene and talk to me, you would have never known about making this type of money. So that's when I made the change to go over, and I was going to step away from the whole trucking game. I walked away from the trucking game July 7th of 2020.
Now was that because of COVID?
No, it wasn't because of COVID. I was tired. Truckers as professional drivers, we get burnt out sometimes. And I was getting burnt out, and I was tired of playing the games. And I told my wife, give me 3 months. Because in North Carolina, after 3 months, you got to take a refresher course. I said, give me 3 months to find something that's going to pay me, and I'm going to be happy with it. We can spend more time, stuff like that. And I tried it. But that's when I got on YouTube. I got back on Instagram stuff. That's when I found Cigar Boss, and he led me to you and everybody else. And I just was watching your podcast. I was watching Cigar Boss Academy, Trucking Hustle, all that. I'm just saying. And I had to realize this is an industry. There's money to be made, and I was going about it the wrong way. I let the baby come home. We need to spend time. We need to do this. Let's work on this. Daddy, we need this, that. You don't spend that much time. Then I had to realize I'm taking money out of my household, paying things in other people's household. I'm losing money. And when that account started dwindling down, there was a difference. So I had to find myself again and get that love for it back.
Okay. That's what's up, man. What do you think, being a 1099 driver, what do you think is the common myths about it?
Common myths about being 1099. The super trucker sitting in the truck in the parking lot telling lies, telling stories, telling we making this, we making that, but they're not telling what after you make that money, what you got to pay out. Be honest about it. Give brothers, me and younger brothers, give them the honest truth about it. Don't say you making all this money, you driving this, driving that, when you really leasing or rent. Give me the honest truth. Yeah, you might have made $6,000 this week, but you had to take $3,000 or $4,000 to pay some expenses, pay tires, fuel. You ain't making. That's what you see out there.
So what is the process of a drive? Let's say like for me, if I want to make the leap over to over the 1099, over the lease and all like that, what is the process that I had to start doing in order to be successful at it?
Research, find your niche and what you want to do, and research the market and find out what you can do in the market as far as your profit and losses. Go to guys that got experience in it, black and white, and see what they say. And then you make that mental challenge, that mental decision to do it or not to do it. Because leasing is not going to work for everybody. Like I say, if you're not going to get out there and grind and hustle to get out there and get it, it's not going to work for you.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, hey, oh man, this is great information about what you're doing right now. 1099 lease. What would be something that you wish you would have known about trucking in general, or 1099 in general, that you wish you would have known before you got into it?
I wish I would have known the pitfalls, the real pitfalls, what the companies don't tell you when you sign that lease. You know, because you got to make sure one thing I made sure when I signed my lease over here, I asked, am I going to start out with a full tank of fuel?
Mm.
Okay, then I already know I'm in the hole already. Am I going to get a free week or two free weeks? Let me know what actually come along. Don't give me those hidden fees. Let me know what I need to really run, because that first load, if you're not getting a free load or free week, just remember that first load belongs to the company. You got to run 4 good loads to make sure you come home with $1,500 to $1,800 a week. But then you still got to take your 27% out to put away. And you got to know if it's a walk away lease.
The company where you at is that a walk away lease or no?
Walk away lease. If you don't like it after 6 months, you can leave your lease. And if you want to go company, you can go company. You know, that's one thing I asked them. Is a walk away? They said yes, but give us 6 months. If it doesn't work for you, then if you want to stay with the company, you can become a company driver. Second thing I asked them was, I know what my truck payment and everything is, but am I going to start out, do I got to fuel my truck up, or am I going to get a free tank of fuel? They said, no, your truck's going to be full. Mm. You're going to have brand new shoes, rubber on your truck, everything is going to be serviced, all that. Check the warranty. And that's one thing everybody got to do. Check and see what your warranty is made of. And please, if you go 1099 and you're leasing a truck, you got that. Let them give you a free tank of fuel, because if you don't, you start out in the hole automatic.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Criss, man, again, thank you for coming on, man. And I really do appreciate that you chopping it up with us. Before we get up out of here, man, I see your favorite pastime is cigars, man. Tell us how you tell us real quick how you jumped into cigars.
1991, Master Chief of the Navy Canop. Master Chief of the whole Navy down in Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around on NTC Orlando, and he's smoking a cigar. I'm on duty, and these two ensigns walk by him, and they say, "Master Chief, do you see us walk by you? You ain't salute us?" He was just finished lighting up his cigar, and he pulled that draw on and blew a cloud of smoke in the face and said, here's a quarter. Go call somebody that cares. And ever since then, when I first tried my first cigar, I didn't know you were supposed to just let the smoke, the flavor roll in your mouth. I was inhaling, smoking it like it was a black and mild. And I went from brown to green. I was choking. I said, somebody please take me to the hospital. But I've been enjoying cigars for over 20 years now.
All right. What's some of the smooth things, like, like, I don't know. I'm not a cigar enthusiast, so what is some of the best cigars out there? I'm hearing Cuban. But there's other. I guess I'm asking because my guy, Kurt Nice, he's getting into enjoy cigars too. So help me out. What's the allure of smoking cigars, man?
It's a gentleman's thing. It's a real gentleman's thing. I mostly enjoy Nicaraguans and Dominican cigars right now. Cubans, I've had a couple of Cubans, but then most Cubans you get now, they're fake anyway. I get the same pleasure of smoking a $11 or $18 stick that somebody's gonna get smoking an $80 to $150 stick. You know, it's the way you can carry yourself. A good cigar is a good conversation piece, just like a good watch. It'll strike up a conversation with somebody you would never think have a conversation with you.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. What is some of the best what do you call these cigar lounges to go to?
I don't go to too many cigar lounges. I usually just go to the cigar shops, and I enjoy being home. I sit on my front porch or my back deck, and I ain't too much of being out with people. You know, I'm in a truck all day by myself riding around. That's how I am when I'm home. I sit on the porch, back in the woods, and that's where I am.
Smoking on that Cuban.
It might not be a Cuban. It might be a Cohiba Black. It might be a Crazy Alice or a Diablo, El Diablo, or my father's. But it's gonna be there with some Uncle Nearest or some tequila.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Criss Davis, everybody. Man, thank you very much for dropping the jewels on 1099 lease driving, man. We definitely gonna have to get back together. You know, of course, time runs out, but we definitely gonna have to. We definitely gonna have to get back together and chop it up a little bit more, man. You know, let these people know about how how to do 1099 and lease purchase and leasing in general. Definitely come back at us in about 90 days. Like I said before, come back at us in 90 days and let us know how this new company working out for you.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, man. Deshaun, right?
Yeah, LaShawn, Lockoutmen.
LaShawn.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. I didn't want to say Lockoutman all the time because Fritz told me, he said, yeah, his name is. I said, okay. Yeah, I just talked to him the other day.
Yeah, it's all cool. It doesn't matter. You know, a lot of people. I got my one female that came on the show and she just called me Lockoutmen, and I'm like, Lockout? Oh, okay. Then 2 seconds later, Lockoutmen. I'm like, okay, we're gonna just okay. Just call me that then. That's cool. If that's all you want to call me that, I'm good.
You said you're looking out for.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, what's some tips that you can leave us with, man, for drivers that's interested in coming into the game?
If you're coming into the game, come in with the mental mind state that your truck is now your home. That's your moving apartment. Worry about what's going on with you and that truck on the road, not what's going on at home. You're gonna cause yourself more problems. You know, as long as you take care of what needs to be taken care of at home, or you send what needs to be sent at home, the money wise, make sure it's taken care of. Don't worry about that, because you got too many distractions and too much stuff going on out here on this road now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Criss, man. Well, thank you very much again for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And that's going to do it for the Lockoutmen podcast show for this evening. I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys listening. We will come back live. We will. Don't worry about it. I'm just, You know, as of right now, you know, I'm just getting the feel for where I'm at, but we will come back live and you guys can, you know, join back into the conversation. But until then, you know, we're going to go ahead and do it this way until I get it right over here. That's what I'm saying. So if you guys like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell and that all button. If you guys want to come on, if you have something to promote or anything like that, yo, it's all good over here. Just come on over and hit me up in the DM over at Instagram and chop it up with me, and I'll get you on and we'll chop it up. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are interested in coming into the game, look up my guy from L.O.M Transportation. Look him up on Facebook. He has 3 trucks available for you guys to get into. So get at him. That's M-Way Transportation on Facebook. And for company drivers or lease drivers, get at my guy JC. The link will be in the description. He has affordable health insurance for you guys to check out. All right, until next time, you guys take it easy, and I will come back at you with another one. Peace.
This your year, get it in. Yeah. Party over here, get it in. Yeah. She like a liquor clear, get it in. Yeah. She get it from a deal, get it in. Yeah. Make it disappear, get it in. Yeah. Park it in the rear, get it in. Yeah. Now make it reappear, get it in. Yeah. Freak it with no fear, get it in. Yeah. Pop it in the clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Jump on it, double dutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Drop it, double clutch, girl, get it in. Yeah. Pump it up, butt lift, now downshift.